No, Keyless. It's
That's almost as bad as copywriting the idea of reaction videos.
The School of Hard Knocks is in Knoxville, obviously.
No, there's nothing good in Kentucky.
Tennessee.
Meanwhile, half of your chat heard my southern accent and went, the School of Hard Knocks? Speaking of which, hi, Ben.
Bruh. Bruh. Alright, I found a new Twitter account. It's called Chaotic Nightclub Photos. I'm just gonna put it in the Discord because I can't share this link on stream.
Sounds like
I was gonna say, I feel like this is immediately gonna be against TOS. I advise you not to show it.
It absolutely is. That's a winner. Speaking of, if you are interested in some dumb shit, there is our Discord. We're gonna roll this right into the beginning of stream. Welcome, friends, to another
to get like that.
rousing episode. Just enough to not care.
Okay, now we can roll it into the beginning.
What the fuck?
Okay, now we can roll it into the beginning of stream.
Oh, you know, this is just Reaganomics, Q.
Yeah, it's Reaganomics, all right. What? No, this is how you build community engagement, Pen. I'm doing it. Anyway, feel free to hang out with us. It is a tremendous time. Catch this YouTube. Hit the subscribe button. Shout outs to our friends at Adagio. Proceeds benefiting the Trevor Project.
Come
Some
see this
delicious
shit
cheese.
show after we're done on YouTube.
Eat my ass. And if you want to support the Stinky Catboy, check out the Throne wish list. Anyway,
I've
Now
got
that-
99 problems, and that will not be one of them.
listen, the first comment's my favorite. Ma'am, excuse me, where is the bathroom? You know that lad be absolutely just like trying to nonchalant it too. I've definitely been to nightclubs where you can absolutely get away with that. Anyway,
Really?
yes, I went to state school. Thank you.
I'm proud of
True
that,
enough.
too.
I didn't go to
You're in
college
state
in
school.
this state.
I went to Directional State University, so I understand.
No. Oh, God. Heck, you know what? I'm not even going to share my screen. Shelby sent me from the bathroom, sent me a photo of Gordon Ramsay making like an face. And it says, me forcing peach rings around my dong on OnlyFans with the staring eyes and neutral face. Or, sorry, hollow face emoji. It's going to
Happy
be
birthday,
one of those.
Solomon.
Ladies and gentlemen, my wife. All right. So last time we were doing a trial. This time we're going to ask Lonnie about the state of journalism in video games, but I've decided to change my mind immediately because we don't have enough time to deep dive into this one. We will say, how's Star Ocean going?
It's going great.
Yeah?
Absolutely great.
Yeah,
I definitely played it over the weekend.
Yeah, I was gonna say I swung by your channel and I noticed Star Ocean didn't look like the Star Ocean you'd been previously playing. Or am I having a stroke?
You had a stroke.
Likely.
Hi, I am Lonnie Akea. I will make promises about finishing Star Ocean and then just completely break them and play a survival crafting game instead. Which I think I can blame on Kios because I was watching 7 Days to Die the night before, and it's gotta be your fault somehow, right?
Everyone wants to blame me for shit that's not my fault. Speaking of, it's not my fault. Accessories.
Well, I didn't do anything today.
Uh-huh.
Hi, my name is Chris Reeves. I lead the Raid Group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV. I also do RPG long plays when I wear off my burnout and get back to that.
True enough.
Deal.
I'm also better at turning off my notifications than Kios.
Which notifications?
Steam notifications.
Oh no, I just use it as bribery at this point. I make fun of people.
You mean blackmail?
Oh, there's like 2 people on my Steam friends list that definitely are playing like H games, and I just have been documenting it slowly but surely.
That's blackmail.
I mean, to be fair, it is kind of on them. You should know better if you're gonna play smutty games like that and don't want people to talk about it. Just go on invisible.
I've been invisible for 4 years. I mean, what?
Yep, exactly. Speaking of not turning off their notifications when they're playing saucy video games, Shy.
I mean, I was yeah. Hi,
Don't try to defend yourself here.
I didn't know Steam told us when he logged into Lonnie. Yeah, that makes sense.
Somewhere there's a pun about logging in, but anyway.
Anyways,
Just
yeah.
made it. Go ahead.
Hi, I'm Shy. I'm a Ninja Girl. I play video games. Last week we got somewhat further in Stardew Valley. I know, it's a surprise. A week I didn't do 14. I'm still plugging... I'm still plugging away at that though, and hopefully we'll have something to go with that. Maybe Thursday, maybe some other day. I don't know. Probably just depends on how things shake out. Other things on my channel have been Battle Chef Brigade, various retro games. I'm working on something as far as retro stuff, but as usual, please look forward to it. I'm still plugging away at it.
As someone who hasn't muted the soundboard, I hate you.
This
Speak-
is why you mute the soundboard.
Yeah. Speaking of hating, Oni, how's it going?
What?
You
Huh?
love to be here, don't you?
Whoa,
You're
what
so
happened?
high.
I stepped away for like 5 seconds. What just happened? Oh.
Probably shouldn't laugh anymore.
You okay, bud? You having some PTSD
Kill
flashbacks?
somebody. No, but oh
I will
my.
beat you all to death with your own soundboards.
Oh.
I hate this place.
That's exactly what I feel right now. All right. All right.
I feel
All
like
right.
I'm about
No,
2
everybody
clicks
stop
away
talking. It's my
from-
turn.
all right now, ladies.
God damn
I
it.
feel like I'm 2
Sometimes.
clicks away from getting
No,
all of
stop it.
these
Let me just
rolls.
let me just do my shit and then move on, okay? Hi, what's up? Oni Hart. I do art and fucking video games, and yeah,
Yeah? How was Omega Strikers recently?
I've been winning some.
Good.
Currently, I haven't drawn anything new since working on the new model, but I got random inspiration to work on some summer-themed drawings. Ironically, at the end of summer, so I'm doing that right now. Next stream will probably be art for once, actually.
Just say that it's like end of summer sale. Like this is normally the time of year when I'll buy like bathing suits, and like at the beginning of spring is when I get winter coats. It's on sale. Listen, us homies know about that Burlington Coat Factory sale.
Nah, man, gotta get it fresh and brand new. I just got some new Tims. They feel good.
Damn. Can I get some steppies?
No.
And with that disappointment out of the way, let's get back into it. Can't believe you let the people down. Letting the people down.
That disappointed, you say.
I'm so disappointed. I'm just gonna have to monologue. Hey, Oni, what do you know about anal bleaching?
exasperated sigh on a soundboard.
Wait, I got it.
This is your content right now? We didn't forget anybody in the introductions?
The man who is most likely to beat us to death with a soundboard, seeing if he's paying attention, it is our boy Little Sharky. Tell him what for.
Hey folks, I'll probably be going to prison next month after I fly to everyone's house and, beat them to death with their own soundboards. But before then, it's gonna be a blast doing some voice acting.
Oh God.
You can just turn the volume down,
I
right?
don't know how.
You don't know how? All right, it's really simple. What you do is you click on it, and then I'm not
Okay.
telling you the rest of it.
I actually know that reference.
I know, it's so good. I had to put it on there. Shout outs to Katie Dagnan, by the way. What a fucking absolute sweetheart. Anyway.
I actually might commit murder.
Thanks, Chrissy.
You're welcome.
I'm actually gonna beat
So after
somebody.
I'm gonna have to dust off my shomes after a year, aren't I?
Reminder, I don't have to hear any of that, even when I play it. It's
Oh,
fantastic.
I might beat you first, Chris.
It's not me for once.
That's okay. I have the streamer's address. I can figure it out.
The truth. I'm just gonna power through. I'm gonna power through. The truth is, we took him prisoner and we kept him for the night in our secret hideout. So yeah, we're starting.
All
right, I'm done. I'm done. I'm done.
That just fucking hurt. Let's let Lon act.
Hate it here. Even though I didn't think he was a real detective, I was too scared to let him go that day, just in case.
We took some identification from him and shut him in the room next to ours.
There might have been a little tussle, but we did no harm. And the next morning we let him go.
You did him?
He spent the night in a nice room. It wasn't nothing like prison, really.
I like that they specifically have French crying. Or Italian crying.
This is outrageous! You imprisoned this man!
But no, see, no. It was not like a prison. He was very comfortable and calm and happy. Hi, couple.
It was never part of my plan, I swear it.
So you think it was my fault, huh?
Everything is your fault, Pepin.
It's because I got the date of the very wrong by one little day.
I do not think it was.
Motherfucker. There we go.
I did not think it was your fault, Pepino. I knew it.
No. Per favor, capo. It's not fair.
We shall have plenty of time for squabbling back at the prison, gentlemen.
I don't believe this. How could it have been a real detective?
Counsel for the defense, proceed with the cross-examination. I am done with these yokels.
So, on the day before the incident, Gregson spent the night confined in this pair's hideout?
The detective and the identification. The truth is, we took him prisoner and kept him the night in our secret hideout.
Mother trucker.
Just let you back that up.
There we go. Hold it! Controllers being wonkly. Do you realize what you're saying?
You have to believe me. I never intended for that to happen.
Well, that makes you innocent. Case dismissed.
Yeah, right.
And I am sure the detective did not intend it either.
Do you think?
But there was nothing else I could do.
I mean, the question was, do you think? The answer obviously is no.
See, nothing else.
Nothing except kidnapping and false imprisonment.
Yeah.
This was the first crime for the capo. He was at the end of his wits.
I have told you before, Peppino, that is not the way to describe a criminal mastermind.
What about this hideout of yours?
An old empty house behind the park on Lime Street.
We rented the place for 2 days. It was an inspired idea by the capo here.
An impulsive idea, I would say.
No, not impulsive. Inspired. Right, capo?
What am I supposed to say to that, huh, Peppino?
And it was in the house described that you can find Inspector Gregson, was it?
Oui. But you have to remember, I was under the impression that he was a pretender, not a real inspector.
That doesn't quite add up, though. If you didn't think the man was a real inspector, there would have been no reason to take him prisoner, would there?
No, you are right, but we couldn't be completely certain. Even though I didn't think he was a real detective, I was too scared to let him go that day, just in case.
Hold it! Too scared? Why?
Because why had he come to the park? We didn't know. There was a chance that he had seen through my plan.
And if that wasn't the case, he would go straight to the police station to blow the whistle on us. Even if he was just feigning to be an inspector, he was up to no good, huh? Without a doubt.
I think most people would agree that it's you two who are up to no good.
We were just making trouble in the neighborhood.
Sounds like my cats.
You get in one little fight and your mom got scared.
And
Well,
she said we are going to prison.
Is that like Brazil?
Well,
Yes.
see, you may be right.
Ask
Capo.
Kukara.
The point is, we were not able to escape from England immediately. That is why we had no choice but to take the man prisoner.
What I don't understand is why the inspector felt the need to show you his identification in the first place.
See, I ask myself the same question.
We were writing down the names and addresses of all the people who we took 5 shillings from that day. I have forgotten what name you said, but the address, it startled me.
See, address, Scotland Yard, Homicide Division, he said.
What?
He probably didn't like your face, Peppy. Anyway, I was not rude. I just politely asked him why he had said it. And that's when he started to say he was an inspector. Not long after, he took out his identification.
What was Inspector Gregson playing at? No.
Record what happened next. You took him back to your hideout, you say?
See, we did. We took the man's identification from him and shut to him in the room next to ours.
Hold up. That being this identification book here, correct?
See, that is the one.
What made you believe that it was a forgery?
I've never seen a real one, of course. But he was so suspicious, this man. Allora, I was thinking, it must be Volso. I capo.
It's just as Peppino has said. We were convinced it was not genuine.
And so together, the hilarious brothers, we took the man captive.
All we did was show him inside a locked room. Then we made the preparations to transport all of the money.
In for a penny, in for a pound. Ing.
There might have been a little tussle, but we did him no harm. And the next morning we let him go.
Hold up. What do you mean by a little tussle, exactly?
But it was nothing. Just a minor incident.
The postal inspector, he was a real piece of the work. I capo.
Welcome back, Lumi. What happened?
After, it was a disaster. We gave him a nice room, and what does he do, huh? In the middle of the night, night he tries to escape us through the wall through the door.
Can you blame him?
It was rated 5-star on Ambien. We chased him down, Benjo, and we got him again.
Worst escape room ever.
Can you blame us?
Yes.
Wait, you didn't shoot the man in your haste, did you?
Who do you think we are? Of course not.
Audio.
I simply got hold of him again and took him back to the room. Shut the fuck up, Peppino! Shut the fuck up, Peppino!
Mr. De Rossi! Is something wrong?
Me?
Sure you can.
Something Mr. De Rossi just said seemed to make you, well, it seemed to make you act even more strangely than usual. What was that all about?
Cavallo, at times like that you don't want to have the capo after you, believe me. And I speak from personal experience.
Personal experience?
That's enough, Peppino. There is no reason to say more.
The truth is, the night before we put the red-headed league plan into action, I was scared. It was not fair to the couple, but I tried to run away.
It's a shame you didn't manage it.
But the couple here, he came after me like the turban, huh? And he dragged me back to the house, kicking and screaming. I still have the bruises to prove it. My couple.
What type of
Bruises, you
relationship
say?
do they have? Sharky, I need an adult.
I am an adult.
Thank you.
You wanna see, huh? You wanna see my fantastical bruises?
Peppino, that's kinky.
Not kink shaming. I'm just saying there are potentially more appropriate times and places for sharing this information.
Exactly. You
In
know,
the witness stand?
Yeah!
potentially.
Like family dinner? At the cookout?
To be fair,
Just, on the street.
I've never been under
Accidental
oath at a
removal.
reunion.
Oh, go ahead, sorry, keep saying.
I was just saying I've never been under oath at a family reunion. Go ahead.
Oh, accidental removal of a scarf at a family reunion, you know.
Listen, I'm the black sheep of the family. Every event is like testifying under oath.
You've never been under oath at a family reunion? Wow, your family's dull.
Me.
Fucking dude, the last time Oni and I had a cookout, we played lawn darts.
Lawn darts?
You don't know what lawn darts are?
I know what lawn darts is, but I'm saying lawn darts as in that's what you're choosing.
Bro, would you want to be anywhere near me with a fucking mini javelin in my hands?
No.
Not really.
See?
I would give you.
Penwood.
I would
But
give
would you
a
feel safe near me with a mini javelin in my hands?
Both of you go play with the horseshoes now.
We live in Philly, so that's going to have to be hand grenades or M80s.
Yeah.
Though North Philly got horses.
I need an adult.
Look at my horse is amazing.
I
That is
want a
not the
gay
first
horse.
time I have heard that song today.
Who's
That's
the
it?
person we always reference when we talk about horses? Is it Eris?
Yeah, Eris von Horsecock.
Perfect. Let's move on.
That's enough now, Peppino. No one wants to look at any part of you.
Listen, I will give exactly $0 to anyone that goes through all of these episodes and scrapes every time I've said Eris von Horsecock and put it into a mega compilation. We can send it to her later.
I'm
I
just
think
gonna
that's
set
a
up
good deal.
I'm just gonna set up a Fiverr account. I'll be back in a few minutes.
What to do? I show you or I don't. I show you or I don't.
Is this turning into like a humiliation kink too, or?
Yes. Very much, yes.
You do now.
Laura, if everybody wants to see you, then I do it. You see? It's very visible, huh?
That red ring around your neck? You got that when you were dragged back to the house?
See, the capo sometimes he is a very rough.
I said that's enough. Peppino's neck is nothing to do with what we were talking about here. You have my word.
I don't trust you, and I've seen that mark before.
Last show.
Bless you. What is your opinion, Council?
Ooh. About this red ring around Mr. DeRossi's neck. I wonder, does it matter? Mr. DeRossi, I'm going to have to ask you to amend your testimony with details about that mark on your neck.
Alright, capo. You see? Everyone is interested in what I say, huh?
Ugh.
Very well. You will amend your testimony as requested, Mr. De Rossi.
See, if you really wanted to know.
Well, I don't, but we're here.
I tried to escape, but the capo put the collar on him and dragged him back. Look what he had did to me, see?
Collar?
I mean, yeah, that was pretty clearly a collar mark. No, I will not be answering any questions.
We don't judge here.
I call bullshit. So the day before his body was discovered, Inspector Gregson was taken prisoner while working incognito.
No, it was not like that. It was hardly a prison. It was an invitation to stay. It was homely. Homely.
However you describe it, there's one glaring inconsistency that remains.
What inconsistency is this, Council?
I would ask the court to look closely at this photograph of the victim, Inspector Gregson. You will see that there is no red ring visible around his Xbox 360.
Yeah, but that makes no sense.
I know!
It was me who took the collar off of the man in the morning. And I saw the red bruises on his neck, just like I have.
Given that the mark is still clearly visible on this witness's neck, we'd expect to see bruising on the victim, who was put in the collar more recently than Mr. DeRossi.
Indeed. That is most peculiar.
But what do we tell you, huh? Huh? We say this from the beginning, many times.
Oui, Peppino is right. The man in the photograph is someone different to the man we held captive that night.
Order! Order! Order.
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 Order up.
It would appear then that on the day before the incident, the man who visited the park on Lime Street posing as an incognito inspector was not Inspector Gregson at all.
Objection.
If that's true, however, how do you explain the inspector's identification? This is a genuine identification book issued by Scotland Yard. It's inconceivable that someone could have stolen such an important item from the inspector. The prosecution made that assertion itself.
And we also know the inspector had made a note about the Red-Headed League in his diary for that day. Which surely means we can't divorce the two events completely.
The inconsistency noted by the defense is most troubling. If it were the real Inspector Gregson whom these two red-headed gentlemen encountered, the fact that no bruising can be seen around his neck defies explanation.
But equally, if they actually encountered an imposter, how did that person come to be in possession of the real inspector's identification?
Does the defense have some plausible explanation, counsel? Even though I should be making the prosecution explain this.
The whole thing defies explanation.
It is precisely these occasions that we keep meticulous notes of the court record, Mr. Naruhodo. You stupid shit. Because those are the facts, and the facts cannot lie.
No, the facts can't lie. Even when they point to something so incredible, it's almost unbelievable. Well, my lord, the true identity of the person who turned up in the park for the Red-Headed League's enrollment, which is misspelled, is
We ran out of
revealed
space.
by information in the court record, I believe.
Good gracious!
Very tantalizing, Mr. Naruhodo.
I know I am.
So, why don't you help us all see whatever truth it is that you've apparently seen? Who exactly is this inspector that appeared before Mr. de Rousseau and Mr. de Rossi?
Though it seems incredible, I admit, the undeniable facts point to only one thing. Since no bruising can be seen on the victim's neck, the person who these two red-headed men took prisoner that day cannot have been Inspector Gregson.
In other words, your whole argument up to now has been a waste of time.
Objection.
Objection! On the contrary, I haven't finished.
What?
There's no bruising on the victim's neck, so the question immediately posed next is, who exactly was this man in the park on Lime Street found to be carrying Inspector Gregson's identification?
See, that's right. We tell the same story every time. Whoever this man was, the cop projected him from a pillar to a post with the dog collar.
Mon Dieu, Peppino! I was not so harsh as you say, huh?
So who was it that the false inspector, huh? Who was he?
Clearly, the defense has an idea about that. About the true identity of the man these two imprisoned that night.
I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate, post haste and forthwith, anon. Who did the witness encounter in the park posing as Inspector Gregson?
Miss Sada.
Take that!
Got him. It's surely no secret. This is the identity of the imposter.
Oh, really? On what grounds?
Well, I said it was no secret, but that part is.
Dear me, if ever penalty was in order, it's now, I feel.
What?
You clicked the wrong one.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yes. Perhaps my learned friend
Jeez.
needs to experience what it feels like to be dragged around the streets by the neck.
Wow.
There's
Wow.
way
What
too
the-
much
are you
sexual
offering?
tension in this courtroom.
That's not kinky. That's just an execution.
We need like a 15-minute recess. I'll use my imagination. Thanks.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, the red ring produced by the collar is clearly the crux of the matter here.
Yeah, the bruising around the neck.
I must ask the counsel for the defense to elaborate again. Who did the witness encounter in the park posing as Inspector Gregson?
Ah.
Got them.
I knew I'd seen it before. Goodness me, isn't that...
One of the witnesses who was in the stand in this very courtroom earlier today. A nameless man whose only occupation appears to be peddling hearsay to passersby.
What on earth would a street seller be doing with a police inspector's identification papers?
Mm.
Witnesses! Is this the man or not?
What has happened to his lip?
Ah!
Hey, this man is not for the red-headed league, huh? He's looking for the twisted lip league, no?
They actually playing off that offensive stereotype.
Perhaps rather than making such a rash claim next time, you should bite your lip instead.
It seems improbable, yes. But one undeniable fact remains. During his testimony earlier, I noted something around the man's neck. A red ring of bruising.
Eh?
What?
The defense demands that Mr. Gossip be brought back to the stand.
Order!
Finger.
Bailiff! Bring the aforementioned stereotype back into the courtroom. Immediately.
Ooh. Things are heating up. Why is he...
Well, I never.
Me either. And I've seen
I
some
do
shit.
often, Yana.
An undeniable ring of death. And identical to that of the witness beside him.
Nah, what's going on here, eh? I've always had. It's a birthmark, isn't it?
A birthmark, you say?
I assume the reason you've been recalled to the stand has been explained to you?
Something about an inspector. But I'm telling you, you got it all wrong as usual.
I'm sorry. So you're denying all knowledge of it?
Well, of course I am. Are you trying to kill me with all this nonsense, eh?
Well, at least you'll have more stories to peddle back on Fresno Street, won't you? Now, we're going to need you to testify again.
And you, Mr. DeRosa, and Mr. DeRossi, I'm sure you'll cooperate, won't you?
Do we have any choice?
Absolutely not.
We're in big trouble, Capo.
That's quite enough dilatory chatter. Proceed with the testimony. Point, comma, get to the dam.
Inspector and the identification revisited. The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man.
He's right, D. You think we would have forgot these grand lips, huh?
I never leave Fresno Street High. I've no interest in any red-headed league. I'm all alone in the world, me. I've no kinfolk or nothing. Why'd I be interested in something like that? Just look at me, eh? Does it look like I could carry off a disguise with a face like this?
It would certainly appear that we have the wrong man.
What have I been telling you? There was no need for this pointless testimony.
Ugh.
That's right. I'm just simple peddler, remember? Fresno Street's all I know.
Christy, that man's slapping that flap like it's a fupa.
How would I have come to a police inspector's identification, eh?
Well, yeah, that's kind of hard to explain, but
Brief cross-examination, I think, counsel. Quite brief.
Isn't there anyone in this courtroom who thinks I might be onto something?
I stand steadfastly at your side always, Mr. Naruhodo.
Aren't you paid to do that, though?
No comment.
Believe you pay her an exposure to yourself.
The inspector and the identification. Oh.
Yeah, we may as well. We're just going through the loop.
The man who claimed to be an inspector that day was definitely not this man.
Hold it!
So you say. But how can you be quite so certain?
There is no need to hurt your hands on the desk, monsieur. Surely the reason is obvious, no? Because I have never before seen lips like this.
Nevertheless, there's a clear red mark around Mr. Gossip's neck. And it looks very much like that left behind on the neck of your colleague by your prized collar.
Mon Dieu, with your words, it is like you tried to wring my neck.
No, that's you.
Alright, that's my fetish.
It does look very much like my neck, though, huh?
No, this is birthmark, lad. The biggest lips in London and the neck to die for. Ah, They broke the mold when they made me.
Like on the floor? They dropped it on the floor and gave it the 5-hour rule?
I'd like to remind everyone that it's only a fetish if it comes from the fetiche region of France. Otherwise, it's just a sparkling infatuation.
Say sparkling infatuation.
I did.
You're welcome.
Jesus.
I'm also impressed by the fetiche region of France.
Thank you.
Listen. Next Monday, I'm not doing this. I'm taking you all to virtual church. You are going to pray for
Fucking
your
try
sins.
me.
I can make fun of you without any curse words. Watch me.
Take me to church. For the first time in my life. I feel lucky to have been born with red hair.
And I thought being Japanese made you stand out in London.
So you maintain that you've never seen this man before?
Oui, c'est ça. I swear by the flames of my hair.
So, Fierce Pride has outgrown the frustration with your hair now, has it?
Well, I do not have his lip.
It's right. You think we would forget these grand lips, huh?
Yo, what is up, imp? Horrible advice? You should apply to work at Alpine. What could possibly go wrong? Well, yeah, I don't imagine I'll forget those lips in a hurry either.
That is what I am saying for some reason. It makes me want to eat. Not it's Fabian Gullet and Eclair. You know, I've never seen the hair on it. The hair as black as yours.
That team is
before,
imploding and it is scary. It's so bad. Likewise, I'd never seen red hair like yours until I came to Britain.
See, maybe as a national trait, huh? Maybe all the people from this man's country have the grand lips.
I was born right here on Fresno Street.
Yeah, it's
and I've
brutal.
never left.
Alpha, that is the problem, see.
Poor Otmar, dude. Like, really. Exactly, Dev. So you definitely didn't go to the park on Lime Street that day, Mr. Gossip?
Now, how many times do you want me to say it, eh? I never leave Fresno Street, alright? I've got no interest in any red-headed league.
Hold it!
So, you'd heard of the Red-Headed League? Have you?
You don't get a name like Gossip for nothing, eh? My business to know what's going off in town. I sold that tasty tidbit to a few redheads that came past me. Just between us, I even got a sandwich to cough up for it.
Yeah, I can only wish him
he
the
does
best.
have a very red nose, if that counts.
Like, Otmar's a good dude. And I feel like he's just had a really rough past couple of years.
Pretty sure it doesn't.
Who knows?
But as you can see, my own has got not a hint of red in it. And then Fresno Street, my path.
Take off your hat.
No. You won't catch me saddling off to some other parts of town. No, sir, not like it.
Excuse me.
Mr. De Rousseau.
Lee, Can I help you?
Did Mr. Gossip's words now just lead you to remember something relevant, perhaps?
It was the other day when I was looking for a place near the park, a small house or something.
This would be the headquarters of your Red-Headed League, yes?
But how are you fine gents doing tonight? Hopefully everything's going okay for you.
I visited an housing agent on Lime Street, and there I saw him. This man was paying money to the agent. What?
Mr. Gossip with a housing agent?
Oui. He had some kind of contract in his hand, and they were clearly discussing terms. But no, you're mistaken, chum. I never let Fresno Street me, like I said before. You're mistaken me for someone else, someone with the same face.
What, that only a mother could love on payday?
Bold of you to think my mother loved me ever.
No, the cop was right. I remember it too. He was paying the man with the banknotes.
With notes?
Like I said, that wasn't me.
I was curious why this man with the dirty clothes had so much money.
Is this man literally pulling the Shaggy defense?
For the record, your mom misses you. She tells me every day.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, man, it wasn't me.
So I looked at the name on the papers.
And what name was written? Mr. Gossip?
No, this man, he lies. He tells you that he has a no name. But in fact, his name is a Hugh Boone, huh? It's better than Mr. Gossip, I think, see?
No!
Ah, well, that answers that question.
I knew it.
I'm pillar tidbits of information like I said. Fresno Street, and that's that. Much like talking about my personal life.
Indeed. And it is not the intention of the court to invade the privacy of witnesses.
What?
The privacy.
How is it not?
Very well. I shall respect your wishes, sir.
Please explain to me like I'm an idiot.
So just explain it then. The aforementioned name shall be redacted from all court records of this trial, assuming no objections.
Objection!
Absolutely objection! I'm sorry, my lord, but the defense does object. Because the name just mentioned has a very deep significance to this case.
Good gracious. Do you similarly object, Prosecutor Acidkey?
As it happens, my lord, that particular name has already been mentioned during today's proceedings.
In what capacity, sir?
The name of the leaseholder of the room.
Let me put this very simply. The victim's body was discovered in your rented room.
I suggest, sir, that you start talking.
Well, alright. I suppose that may be the case,
So your real name is Hugh Boone.
Well, just between us, I don't like to blow my own trumpet, but there's no finer peddler tidbit in town. So I happened to be afford a grubby little room in a fallen down back street townhouse.
You do?
Now, once every 6 months, I go and pay the rent to the agent on Lime Street. I remember now. There were 2 vulgar redheads in there last time.
If either of us is a vulgar, it's not to me.
Think again, baby.
Why didn't you bring this up before?
It's like I told you already.
Oh, I found Peppino's shirt, by the way. If anyone's looking for a cosplay, I'll put it in chat really quick.
I don't like talking about my personal life. I'm a tidbit peddler as far as everyone else is concerned. No fun. Alright, let's see what abomination unto God Kios has found.
I really wish that wouldn't show up in my Amazon suggestions now.
Well, thanks for that.
You're welcome.
I'm
sure
opening it.
someone you know might want that.
I mean, many people I know probably would wear that. Shy.
Well,
Damn.
then,
If
Definitely
the
didn't
cast
wait
will
for-
stop blushing so loudly, you will update your testimony to include this most surprising revelation. Miss Shy.
Didn't even have a chance to let the bus begin to think about breaking before throwing her under that one.
Nope. If I must.
So, the leaseholder Scotland Yard has been looking for since the body was discovered. He's been here under our noses all along.
Yep.
I rent the room where the fella was found. For what difference it makes? Hold it!
Yeah, I'm interested. So, you live in that room, presumably, do you?
No, I don't live there. What do you think? There's no bed, is there? Just the desk.
Then, why would you want to rent it?
Well, don't think I should have to say, really.
And how about the notice board in there? Which was covered from top to bottom in confidential documents only the police should have access to.
No, that board's not mine. The inspector must have brought it along. It's only the other bits and bobs that belong to me. That desk and that chair and that.
People don't generally carry enormous notice boards around with them. The real question is, why was Inspector Gregson killed there, in your room?
Well, obviously, I'm not the faintest idea. I mean, it's causing me no end of bother to be homeless.
God, you wish so much, don't you?
It seems to me that Mr. Boone would rather as little is known about his room as possible for some reason.
Yeah, it does come across that way. And more importantly, knowing that the scene of the crime is actually his room completely changes things. In particular, there's one part of his testimony that's really bothering me. That's how I'm finally going to undo this man.
I'm all alone. I'm no kinsfolk or nothing. Why'd I be involved in something like that?
I don't know, explain this framed picture you have in your room. Of that lady that bribed us. If you have no kinfolk, as you put it, then explain why is it among this... Then explain why it is that, among the sparse furnishings, we found this photograph in the room. Indeed. I presume you've been renting the room. That this photograph belongs to you, does it not?
Well.
Mr. Boone, drop the pretense and tell the court exactly who you really are.
I don't know what you mean. I'm a peddler. I keep telling you so. You really don't need to bother with me. Please, just leave it alone.
As the man says, leave it alone. Whatever the truth is about this man's life, it has no bearing on this case. Because it's simply not possible that he impersonated Inspector Gregson.
Objection!
How can you be so sure?
Just look at the man. No amount of disguise could ever hide those unmissable features.
Objection!
Are you looking at other men?
Well, yes.
You know what? It's over. It's fine. You know what? Fine. I'm going back to Japan. You stay here, you little whore.
Okay.
But what if we were to look at this the other way around?
What do you mean?
That boy needs therapy.
Yes, Counsel. Tell me about your therapy.
Well, there's no denying that Mr. Boone's lip is very prominent indeed. But consider the possibility that his prominent lip is itself part of an elaborate disguise. Then hiding that prominent feature, in other words, revealing his true face, would make an utterly impenetrable disguise. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Hugh Boone? Are we about to rip this man's lips off?
Yeah.
Witness, are you still hiding the truth from this court?
Maybe.
If that's a disguise, then underneath it, his true identity must be.
Yep, that's right. There's only one person he could really be. My lord, the defense believes it can reveal Mr. Boone's true identity to the court.
Please, no.
Oh yeah.
Very well then, Counsel. What is the true identity of this peddler who simply goes by the name of Gossip on the street?
Take that!
Same haircut. Your real name is actually Mr. Vigil, isn't it? Mr. Daily Vigil.
Yeah.
I don't recall that name, Counsel. Who is this Mr. Virgil?
It's a name I encountered yesterday, my lord. It has to do with a certain client of Mr. Herlock Sholmes. A young gentlewoman came to the detective asking him to locate her missing husband. The woman in this photograph, in fact, this is Mrs. Vigil.
What?
Nani?
From what I understand, you haven't returned home since the night before the inspector was found dead. But of course, on that night, you were being held captive by the two Red-Headed League men.
And last night, you were put up by the prosecution service in preparation for testifying in this trial. Because we've been led to believe that you, Miss Venus, and Mr. Sandwich were all homeless. Being important witnesses in this case, we needed to know where we could find you, of course.
And that explains why you've not only been unable to return home, but also unable to contact your wife, who's been beside herself with worry waiting for you at the Vigil residence.
Now you just hold on a minute.
What I'm talking about? Really? It's a simple enough matter to confirm my suspicions. All we have to do is pull off that disguise.
No, please. Do not rip off my face.
Bailiff, bring soap, a sponge, and a wash bowl at once. Mr. De Rousseau and Mr. De Rossi, you will restrain the witness.
Oh, no.
I know you're into that.
You say so, Your Honor. Oui, my lord.
See, my lord.
Too much sexual tension.
There's no such thing.
No, stop! Go!
Ellipses. Well, well, well. How the turns have tabled.
I would have
3 holes in the desert.
if it wasn't for these meddling.
We are now seeing your true features, I presume.
Lift your head, sir, so the court can see your face.
It would appear that the defense counsel's assertion was entirely correct. I've never assumed this before. This has all been a very elaborate deception. So, witnesses, tell the court, have you seen this man before?
I don't believe it, but
Witnesses, are you on mute?
See, there isn't a question. This is the inspector we saw in the park.
Extraordinary.
On the day of the Red-Headed League enrollment, the man claiming to be Inspector Gregson, who appeared before Mr. De Rosso and Mr. De Rossi in the park,
Was you disguised as the inspector, or rather, was you posing as the inspector in no disguise at all?
Mr. Vigil was formerly employed as the chief warder at Barclay Prison.
The chief warder? He painted sigils all over the place.
Yeah, it was weird.
Your career had promise. Why would you quite possibly have become the future governor of the prison? What on earth have you been doing peddling tittle-tattle on Fresno Street?
Well, it's been 10 years since Mr. Vigil worked at the prison.
10 years?
I'm really dreadfully sorry about all this. Yes, it's true. I'm dearly.
And you were the chief warder at Barclay Prison 10 years ago? So where did Mr. Hugh Boone come from?
Boone is the other me. It's a name I invented.
This guy's got the pharaoh inside him.
Oh, Jesus.
Every time I play card games.
Well, evidently there's a great deal under the surface here.
I'll explain everything.
Does it start with a Millennium Puzzle?
Does. I'll tell you just how wretched my life has become, and how biased Greg's the Shadow Game.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
As you say, it was 10 years ago now that my employment as Barclay's chief warder came to an end.
Those salt lines were so effective, he couldn't cross them at work anymore.
Having left the prison service, I searched for some new occupation by which to earn a wage. But times were hard in London, and I found no stable engagements at all. Am I cutting out, by the way?
No.
Okay, cool.
We're picking up your voice.
In desperation, one day, I tried my hand at selling wares on Fresno Street.
But your wife appears to know nothing of this. She still maintains that you were the chief warder at Barclay Prison.
I was utterly determined that my wife should not know of my failing, which is why I never told her.
Wow, that's fucking awful.
Your wife never visited you at work in 10 years, my dude.
I worked at a fucking prison.
Well, that's a different connotation. Anyway.
I opened an account at the bank under the name of Hugh Boone. And I rented the cheapest room I could find on Fresno.
The scene of the very crime we're investigating.
Yes, that's right. Place from which I could emerge every morning at 8 as a squalid peddler. And transform myself back every evening at 5 into a well-dressed man about town before returning home. That quickly became my daily routine. My daily vigil, if you will.
I was puzzled by the lack of furniture in the room. But that explains it.
Why on earth didn't you just tell us this in the first place?
I have a wife, sir, and 2 sons. Without wishing to sound self-conceited, they regard me with some pride. I couldn't bring myself to disappoint them.
So instead, you decided to conceal your occupation from them?
Yes,
I am not a marriage counselor.
I've made such a terrible mess of everything.
Still, one thing doesn't add up. No matter how many tidbits of information you could sell to passing gentlemen, even at 6 pence apiece.
6 pence, none the richer.
You couldn't hope to match the salary you must have commanded as chief warder at the prison.
Very true. To have kept your family in comfort despite 10 years of somewhat misbegotten employment. Did you open an OnlyFans?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good for you. Moving on.
That was a thing to Inspector Greg.
What? Inspector Gregson? What on earth?
Some years after I'd invented Boone, begun my other life as a street seller. He, Inspector that is, recognized me one day.
Do you mean to say the victim was an acquaintance of yours?
I knew him from my time working at the prison. He saw what I'd become. He was deeply troubled for me and my family. From that day forward, he visited me on Fresno Street with increasing regularity. Then one day, he asked me if I would carry out a secret assignment for him.
A secret? What was it?
I was to impersonate the inspector.
What? Impersonate him?
Gave me an endless wrap of fish and chips. We always met in a little, in that little room so the inspector could brief me. Visit Oscre's tomorrow and take a statement from the proprietress. There's always something along those lines. Surveillance. Interviewing people. On those occasions, he would lend me his identification so people would believe who I was. My instructions were to make an impression, to let people know Inspector Gregson had been at work. And for those services, he compensated me financially.
The Scotland Yard inspector willingly relinquished his identification into your care with intent to deceive. That, as I'm sure I need not point out, is a very serious criminal offense.
But why? What was the point of you impersonating him?
I truthfully do not know. All I can say is that the inspector warned me on numerous occasions. Now, somebody?
Chris,
No.
you haven't said anything in a while.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
Now remember, Vigil, I need your solemn word. You don't blab about this to anyone, alright? Ever. Even if, well, even if I end up a croaker.
Time. He started to bring papers with him in the room as well. Became something of a second office for him.
So, in fact, the person who declared himself to be Inspector Gregson at the park on Lime Street was really...
Yes, it was me, acting on the inspector's order. As usual, I removed my boon disguise. And then went as instructed to the park, armed with the inspector's identification.
His hands look so jacked up. I'm sorry. I just had to
Oh
like...
yeah!
I had to
And his-
physically check
Yeah.
myself, and it is possible to do that. It just...
Also his weird ass like Zen
Stupid.
dances.
Yeah, it's just... Fuck.
They're also just too big for his face.
Yeah,
They're
that's
way
what
too
it
big
is.
for his face.
They're
They're
not...
part of the disguise.
They're... no, they're about right. It's just they're thick. It's got, like, thick hands.
Sausage fingers.
Unlike Cheeto.
Yeah, right?
Never occurred to me that the bruise on my neck might give me away. Today on this Oops All Criminals edition,
Oops, we're getting grounded.
Well, it would seem this confession completely destroys the defense's case.
Huh?
Explain yourself, Prosecutor Asagi.
My learned friend's assertion was as follows. The victim was killed at another location on the day before his corpse was discovered. At the hands of those two red-headed League men when they imprisoned the inspector.
but no, that can't be.
He tried to Rionosuke and he hurts himself.
After all, it was the inspector who went to the park that day. It was me.
Oh, goodness.
Finally, we have clarity.
Clarity for what's to come next week. Hey, good job, everybody.
Woo.
Yeah, hell,
I
man.
mostly talked to myself tonight.
Want to talk to herself. Oni actually didn't fall asleep. It's pretty
I was
fucking
about
good.
to.
Man,
That's
fuck
some
you.
good acting.
I still
Lani.
muted herself though, so.
Yeah.
That just means it's Monday.
Yep. Well, GGWP. First, to introduce themselves. Twitch's sweebiest little demon boy. It's Oni Hot.
Look, man, I work nights.
Yeah? Fucking, what are you working overtime down at the dick sucking factory?
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, it's me, Oni Hard. I'm still chipping away. Still chipping away at the new model. Soon I may be able to reveal what it actually looks like. Soon. Sometime this month.
We are waiting with bated breath.
Yeah. Art's hard.
Yeah, it is. Got anything else, big guy?
Play Omega Strikers.
True! Neither Canadian nor Ohioan. It's Lil Sharky, the Florida man.
Yeah, apologies for trying to wrestle a gator or team midstream. It just happens.
I don't mind.
Hey y'all, I'm Sharky. I'm old. I need to get back to streaming. I need to work on a lot of stuff, but I got sidebarred this week because I had a tech project and built my own private server of WoW on my computer, and then immediately got burnt out by playing too much. So we'll be working on getting ourselves back to streaming in the near future. In the meantime, always tell the people you love just how you feel. Always take care of yourselves, and congrats to Demon and her partner on having a baby last week. Y'all have a
Yeah!
great time.
Congratulations!
Also, before we forget, should we sing happy birthday to Shelby before?
Yeah, happy birthday,
Andy's turn?
Baba. Baba,
Shabs,
happy birthday!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
Her
Happy
birthday.
birthday.
What? You said thanks. Yeah, it's a big day for birthdays.
Brew.
Brew! Speaking of birthing,
Oh gosh, where's he going with this?
Shy. Explain yourself.
And I'm gonna call it that every time you crawl out of a vent.
What do I like to do? I don't know. Like I said, hi, I am Shy. I'm a ninja girl. I play video games. Coming up this week, something on Thursday. Don't know what. Depends on how much progress I make in 14 during the off times. Unsure much anything else, and well, yeah.
I have faith in you.
We believe in.
Speaking of faith, not attending church this Sunday, it's Chrisseries.
Oh, fuck no.
Ah!
I haven't attended church in a decade and a half.
Yeah,
Over
about
that.
same. About same.
I thought you were a persistent member of Our Lady of Bunny Ears church down at the local.
No, I heard that got burned down in a completely unrelated arson accident.
Unrelated arson accident, huh?
I hear I had a very nice shrine there.
Alright, calm down, fucking Burzum.
I don't think that one was lust. I think he was just practicing Firaga too close to the building.
It definitely didn't burn down with anyone inside it. Hi, my name is Chris Rees. I lead the raid group Blitz in Final Fantasy XIV. I also run retro RPGs when I'm not totally burnt out.
Is it murder if it's also insurance fraud asking for a friend?
As your lawyer, I'm going to advise you plead the fucking fifth.
Shut the fuck up, Friday.
Happy Shut the Fuck Up Friday on a Tuesday.
Monday.
It's time zone.
Tuesday.
No, it's Monday.
Anyway, they don't really know what time it is either because they're a computer. It's Lania.
Wouldn't that mean I would be better at knowing what time it is? Anyway,
Yeah, tell
whatever.
that to my fucking work computer whose time is wrong off the internal server, or my computer here whose time is wrong off of an internal server. Anyway,
I got nothing for that. I got nothing for that.
It's just that Lania thinks that the time is 16914692120.
Lania, what question can I prompt you with and you'll spit out an anime waifu for me?
Just ask to see any of my Final Fantasy XIV characters. Hi, I am Lani Ikea. I promise that I will play Star Ocean and don't play Star Ocean. That's really what I do now, I guess. No, I do intend to finish it so that I can start Ryza 3. I just got really distracted with a cool survival crafting game. That's all. That's all. Hey, you know what? Be good to each other.
Woo! Fuck Unix. Anyway, I'm gonna do my bit. All right, friendos, thanks for hanging with us. I super appreciate you all being here. Yeah, tomorrow I don't have anything planned. You wanna go up and watch movies? We'll go get desserts.
Hell yeah, I suck toes.
Plan on stream. I hate it. I'll figure something. All right, well, if I stream tomorrow, I'll stream tomorrow. We'll see. But we'll give you the usual rundown. Come join us in the Discord, especially this week. We got some cool stuff going on. Would love to have y'all enjoy. I'm explaining I might not stream tomorrow and doing my shills. I got you. Hopefully that clears things up for you. If you just can't find the time to watch all the stupid shit we put out on the internet,
Emotional damage.
bring it up with your therapist. You don't pay me enough. Check out the YouTube. It's the easiest way to just kind of catch up on what you've been missing, what jokes are hot and trending, and what speedruns we've been up to.
Oh my god, this is an MMA
It's
fight.
her birthday, other way around. If you're a tea drinker, check out our friends at Adagio. I put together some wonderful blends, and the proceeds benefit the Trevor Project. Last but not least, you want to support Stinky Catboy, check out our friends over at Throne and the wonderful Throne wish list. And reminder Saturday, come hang out with us, have a good time. I've got tons of video games and prizes and peas to give away. And we'll just hang out and have a good time. It's just fucking bullshit. Anyway, let's go find someone to raid. Say goodnight, gay little people on my computer.
Good night.
Good night,
Sleep
people who
tight.
deserve that mug I found.
Good night. From the gay little people in Kiosk Computer.
I'm sending you all my therapy bill.
Bye, everybody.
Have a wonderful time.
Oh wow, that's a throwback. That's some bad hat,
Storm in the
Harry.
castle.
That's some bad hat, Harry. All right. All right. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah.